Hello everyone, welcome along. It's another week of JDQ. Thank you very much for joining as always. Another week in front of us. Another 25 questions spread over the 5 weekdays, Monday to Friday. So another new week is here. Now, if you do only listen to JDQ, and I know I've talked about this quite a bit over the last few weeks, but it's very much like a newborn child. You know how newborn, especially first-time parents, newborn child, they'll share lots and lots of pictures of said child. Well, I'm pretty much the same with QuizHub. Because it is very much my baby. It is very much like a firstborn coding child, shall we say. So if you weren't with me over the weekend for Saturday's quiz, basically when you go to add your score today, you will see a lovely shiny new, it's still got wet paint signs everywhere, but a nice shiny new quiz hub getting ready for adding some new exciting features to quiz hub later on over the next few months. But yeah, everything should be running as it was last week. If for whatever reason you've forgotten your password, there's a new forgotten password button and all sorts of bits and pieces, all the usual things that you would see on a normal website. Cookie policy, all those kind of things. I've got all of that now up there and running. But it might look a bit different, but don't panic. I know change sometimes can be like, what do I do? But it's very simple. Make sure if you want to add, if you are adding your score onto QuizHub, log yourself in. Click on the menu, and then you've got various options to get to the ad score. You can go in through your profile, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom to the JDQ section, click on that and it will take you to the ad score section. Yeah, there's a few different ways, so I've tried to make it as simple as possible. You will see some new features on there. You can add fellow quizzes, you can create your own private leaderboards and stuff now. But just be respectful in terms of the adding of fellow quizzes. I'm putting some fail safes in over next week, but no one has to. It's not an auto accept, so you have to know the exact username of the person that you want to add as a fellow quizzer, and they have to accept it. He's not, and it doesn't then share any details. You can't message the quizzer. You can't do anything like that. All you can actually do is add them to a private leaderboard, and they can then remove themselves from there straight away. So, yeah, make sure you are using that in the correct way. I will be adding in a report button on there. Sort of if anything goes awry, but without having the ability to message people and stuff like that. The only people that you will see messages from in the messages tab on your profile is if you have, for whatever reason, sent me a message about QuizHub at any point. That is where my reply will sit. So yes, there is absolutely no way anyone can message you or anything like that. And as I said before, you have to have the exact username, and you can decline any request. So if you look in there in the manage quizzes section and you've got loads of requests, you don't have to accept anyone at all. It's not like a social media site. The whole reason it is set there is so that you can create your own private leaderboards for JVQ and also JDQ. Right, that's enough twittering along to start the week, but I just wanted to explain that in case you landed on it later when you add your scores and you listen to this, add your score, and then you go, what on earth have you done? I don't know where anything is. It should be pretty much straightforward. Right, let's get into your questions, and for those of you who skipped the intro, welcome along. Here we go. It's Monday the 18th of August. Here is 5 questions to get stuck into. Let's go with this one for number 1. So, which tax was introduced in 1973 in the UK? That's the wrong year. Let me. Yeah, no, actually, no, that could be the right year. No, I am wrong. It is the right year. In which year? Which tax was introduced in 1973 in the UK? I've got to stop doubting myself. Too many people are putting doubt in my mind, and then I overthink everything. Question number 2. The US Masters Golf Tournament lasts traditionally for how many days? So the US Masters Golf Tournament lasts traditionally for how many days? As in how many? I need to work out what that noise is. It's been outside my window for the last couple of days, and I don't know whether my microphone just picked it up, but it's doing my head in. Question number 3. Which TV game show could you not go 1 penny higher? So which TV game show could you not go 1 penny higher? Number 4, what do the letters DC stand for in Washington, D.C.? So what do the letters DC stand for in Washington, D.C.? And your final question then for today, number 5, what is the name of the Amazon device used to read books? I'm very much getting back into reading. I need to think about investing in one of these, I think. I like physical books, but then I like having a few different books on the go at once, so that might be the... reading a lot of comic books at the moment, so I'm reading those on my phone, but yeah, I might need to invest in one of these. Anyway, right, there we go. That is all of your questions for today. How do you think you did? Dave will be along in just a moment's time to count you down from 5 to 0. So when Dave gets to 0, I'll come back in with the answers. Dave, over to you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Magic. Thank you very much, Dave. Right. His first appearance of the week. Right, here we go then, Monday the 18th of August. Let's see how you did with your questions today. So, number 1, which tax was introduced in 1973 in the UK? It was VAT. Kind of sort of had a similar question to this on the main quiz a couple of weeks ago. Number 2, the US Masters golf tournament lasts for how many days? Traditionally, it is 4. Yeah, there's usually 4 days of play. However, weather and stuff like that might sometimes mean it goes to an extra day on the Monday. But it's played over 4 rounds, 4 days. Number 3, which TV game show could you not go 1 penny higher? It is The Price is Right. See, I'd like to go, if they ever brought Prices Right back, I'd like to have a go at Prices Right, for the simple reason being, it's not really about general knowledge, or general knowledge as we know it around here. It's just about, yeah, I'd quite, it's pretty much luck, really. I'd like to have a go at that. Number 4, what do the letters DC stand for in Washington, D.C.? It is District of Columbia. And your final question, number 5, what is the name of the Amazon device used to read books? It is a Kindle. There we go. That is all of your questions for today. So to add your score to QuizHub, you do need an answer to the tiebreaker question, or if you're playing competitively as well, and you need to separate players so you can declare an actual winner. Your question today is this: how many episodes of Bruce's Price is Right were made? So how many episodes of Bruce's Price is Right were made? As always, nearest to it gets the point. Adding your score into QuizHub, it's the difference between your answer and the correct answer. I couldn't get a definitive answer on how many episodes of The Price is Right overall were made, because there is one host, Bob Warman, who was after Leslie Crowther, and there wasn't a definitive number that I could find in my search. Okay, have you got an answer? Probably not. Okay, time's up. So how many episodes of Bruce's Price is Right, presented, would you believe, by Bruce Forsyth? It was 116. 116. Yeah, so looking at it, so Leslie Crowther did 100, Bob Warman did 250 plus, but there's not a definitive number. Bruce Forsyth did 116. The reboot, where's Joe Pasquale? The reboot in May 2006, hosted by Joe Pasquale, did 124, and Alan Carr did one as part of his, was it his Epic Game Show or something like that? But yeah, Bruce Forsyth did, the answer you need for Bruce Forsyth's one, Bruce's Price is Right, was 116. Okay, right, this is the longest JDQ has been for many, many months. In fact, this may be the longest ever JDQ, so I'm going to say a very, very quick outro. Let me know how you got on. Add your score onto QuizHub. Head on over, quizhub.co.uk, and then I will be back tomorrow with another 5 questions and another tiebreaker as a train goes rumbling by in the background. I am going to see you all soon, before this gets to 10 minutes, which I think by the time I've added the other bits in, it will. As always from me, I'll see you soon. Take care and stay safe.